Alright, welcome back to Geometry. Today we're going to be continuing talking about slope and equations of lines. Today we're going to talk about parallel and perpendicular lines. The first thing I want you guys to remember is this. Parallel lines they look like this. So parallel, and those are parallel lines. And parallel lines never intersect. So what we need to know about them is they have the same slope. They have the same slope. If they have the same slope, they never intersect. They never cross. They're never going to cross. Perpendicular lines look like this. So we have perpendicular lines. They intersect, but they have a special type of intersection. They intersect at 90 degrees. All these angles are 90 degrees. So that's perpendicular. So those are perpendicular. And perpendicular lines, if and only if their product is -1 of their slopes is -1. So we're going to talk about that. Perpendicular lines, they have what we call opposite reciprocal slopes. Opposite reciprocal slopes. So example 1, determine whether AB and CD are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. For A is -1, and they give us all the points. So they find the slope of AB. They're using these 2 points, AB, to find their slope. Remember, that's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then they get 3. And then they find the slope of CD. The slope of CD, they're using those points. y2 minus y1, so 4 minus 2 over 5 minus 1. So you get 2 over 4, which is 1/2. And if you notice, they're not the same slope, so they're not parallel, and they're not opposite reciprocals, meaning that when you multiply them, you get -1. They're not opposite reciprocals, so it's neither. They are neither perpendicular or parallel. So I'm going to go through and do a couple examples with you guys, and then we'll figure it out from there. So determine whether MN and RS are parallel, perpendicular, or neither. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find my slope of MN. So I'll say slope of MN equals, remember our equation is M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So MN, so we're going to say N is our second, our we'll just do it this way, x2, y2, and our M is going to be x1, y1. So y2 is 4 minus y1 is 3 over x2 is 2 minus x1 is 0. So 4 minus 3 is 1. 2 minus 0 is 2. So slope of MN is 1/2. Now we're going to find the slope of RS. So we're going to find the slope of RS equals, so we'll say S is y2 and x2 and y2. So we get 4 minus y1, so that's y2 is 4, that's x2, and 2 is x1. So 4 minus 1 over 8 minus 2. So we get 4 minus 1 is 3, 8 minus 2 is 6, and that reduces to 1/2. So since they both have the same slope, so same, and you don't have to write this, I'm just writing this so that you guys know. same slope. That means they are parallel, and that's how we say parallel, right there. So they are parallel. We just draw two parallel lines. Let's go ahead and look at number 2. So we're going to do MN first. X1, Y1 would be M, and X2, Y2 is N. So we get Y2, which is 5, minus Y1, which is 3, over X2, which is 0, minus -1. And remember, when we subtract -1, we add it. So 5 minus 3 is 2 over 1, which is 2. So our slope of MN is 2. Now we're going to do our slope of RS. And we're going to say this is X1, Y1. And S is X2, Y2. And we're going to plug it in. So Y2 is -1 minus 1 over 6 minus 2, which is -2 over 4, which is -1/2. So if you notice, we have 2 and -1/2. That's the reciprocal where we flip the fraction. So the reciprocal of 2 is -1/2. Since these are reciprocals and they're opposite, one's positive, one's negative, notice what happens when I multiply them. 2 times -1/2. Well, half of 2 is 1, and negative times a positive is a negative, so it's -1. So these are perpendicular, and that's how you write perpendicular. So you guys are going to go ahead and do number 3 and 4 on your own. Number 5, number 5, it wants us to graph the points. So the first thing they do is they give us point C. Point C is 6, 2. So I'm going to go plot that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 6, 2. And then my slope is 3. So that M equals 3. Another way to write that is 3 over 1. So I'm going to go up 3, right 1. Up 3, right 1. And at that point, I have my line. So I'm going to go ahead and graph my line. All right, number 6 says it passes through H, but perpendicular to AG. So the first thing I need to do is I need to find the slope of AG. Equals Y2 is going to be -1, minus Y1 is 5, and X1 is 3, minus 0. So I get -6 over 3, which is -2. So the slope of AG is -2, but notice I want a perpendicular slope. So I need to say the slope going through H is going to be the opposite reciprocal. So the opposite reciprocal, so my slope is going to equal, the opposite would be positive, and reciprocal, I'm going to flip this. This would be -2 over 1. I'm going to flip it, and it's going to be positive 1 over 2. So if I plot this point, right? So let's just go. H is 8, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is point H. And then my slope is up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. But I can also go down 1 the other side too, if I wanted to. So let me go ahead and draw my line through that. And then just to show you what this looks like, I'm going to plot points A and G. A is 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is point A. And then G is 3, 1. 1, 2, 3. 3, -1. G. And so I'm going to go ahead and draw my line through these. And you can see that they are perpendicular. Number 7, I'm going to go ahead and plot my point D, 6, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And then it tells me that the slope is parallel to LB. So I'm going to go ahead and plot LB real quick too. So LB, so L is, so first off, that part, that was D. So I'm going to label it. Now I'm going to do L is 2, 1. L. And B is 7, 4. So 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's B. I'm going to go ahead and draw that line. That's as good as it's going to get. And then now I'm going to find the slope here. So I can do this mathematically, or I can look at the graph. And I remember I draw my triangle. And I went up. I don't like how this looks. There we go. And my slope was, I went up 1, 2, 3, over, so up 3, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for my slope for this line would be up 3, 1, 2, 3, over 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be off the graph, but I can go down 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. And so that is my line going through G. And that's it, guys. You guys have a couple problems to do on your own. Make sure you fill in what we did together. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.